What's going on YouTube? So it's back. We're back with me, HFX, and we've got Stefanos in the house.
What's going on, guys?
So we're going to be back with another simulation session. We're going to do a random date, as we always do. Keep it random. Keep it transparent in it, Stefanos.
Absolutely.
Right.
What do you want to go with?
So I was thinking just same
2019?
story. Yeah.
Hope everyone's doing well.
Sure.
We're going to give you guys a lot of value today, so buckle in, take some notes.
100%. Right, let's just go with that. Go Sundays. 30, like that. Right, wicked. Let's go with something we've kind of gone with March before.
Yeah, what were the last ones we did?
Let's go with September.
I just want to make sure it's not the same session.
Or let's go November.
I honestly think we did. What is that November or is that March?
No, that's November.
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do November.
Cool. So the 3rd of November 2019. Let's go with that. Wicked. Right, yep, 10,000.
Let's go on. Start with 10 grand, big boys.
Yeah, let's start with the 10 grand.
Right,
let's pull up some charts over here. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's add the weekly in. I think we're gonna go.
Sure. Start with the weekly.
Yeah, because we ain't got the live making it laggy, so it's gonna be.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, let's go some detail. Let's provide some serious value.
Also, there's a trader helping me out with this on how to live stream so there's no lag. He's like an IT guy. I forget where he's from, but he was showing me, maybe instead of Streamlabs, we could try something else. He said to try first. So I might try that so that we can.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Do some of these things. He said my computer settings are good. So
yeah,
let's open these charts. You want to open a 5-minute?
Do you want a 5-minute?
Definitely. Yep.
Cool.
Definitely on GJ.
Yeah, I mean, I only go with the 30-minute, but that's cool. Right, we want from this bit. So
I think if we just show them kind of how, a lot of these guys are just starting out trading and everything. If you guys are and you're trading GJ, stick with the 30-minute, wait for the 30-minute to close.
Yeah.
But just understand 100%. That with GJ, you're not going to get as many opportunities when you're waiting for candles to close. And in that case, you might want to drop down to EJ or UJ, something a little bit slower to move. But on GJ, it's a lot of impulse entries, a lot of entries on lower time frames like the 15-minute, the 5-minute. But you don't have to grab anything on those time frames. It's just there's more opportunity down there because it's a faster moving pair.
Yeah, I would just say as well, like if you're in an early stages of trading, you're going to be constantly focused on the smaller time frames, because that's what happened with me. Like I got really too fixated on watching every 5-minute candle, every 15-minute candle. So what I do is I wait for the 30-minute to start confirming, and then I might have a look at it. But that was built up once the confidence was built there with the higher time frames. But that's what I would say, and yeah,
absolutely.
So,
also, Harrison, go. If you could hit visual mode, we usually do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll do that when we take a trade. Let's minimize this so we can get some analysis going.
Cool.
So I need to insert. Cool. So what I would say here from the weekly time frame, I know we can't really see left, but we're focusing on the most recent price action. We can kind of see here that we've created this resistance here around, what is that? Move this down. So this price is 140.270. I'm just going to change that color actually. It's a bit dark, isn't it?
A little bit. Doesn't matter to me.
think that's going to be, let
That's cool.
me see if I can get one more.
Yeah.
And then it's just done. That's a dark gray.
There's one right there, down to the left.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
good shot. Oh, that's
Okay.
perfect. Okay, cool. So hopefully the next one comes out like that. Right, so yeah, so we've created this resistance here. And at the same time, the previous weekly candle is closed bullish, right? So right now we would want to wait for some form of either we're going to come down, break the low of the previous weekly candle and continue moving down. Looking what I can see left, we have this area here to the left hand side that we could possibly fall to. So this price is around 130.50. So that's what we're looking for. And then we could eventually come down and fill this wick. It's like 40 pips away. So yeah, that would be for me on the weekly. Stefanos, you got anything to say for the daily time frame? I will just sort that.
Sure. Yeah. So with the weekly, you saw those
Let me
wicks
zoom
start.
out. Let me zoom out for you. It might be easier.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. That's
So
what we can see from the daily.
let me see if I can get remote. Is there a way that I can? Do you have the
Yeah.
rectangle?
Oh, yeah. There you go. I've just allowed you.
Yes, brother. Do you have the rectangle on here?
Yeah. So you go to insert shapes rectangle.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool.
So you worked out how to do it from my screen, right?
You know what? Yeah, I'm just
Perfect.
gonna. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Awesome.
No, it's a little bit slow, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
annotate it and just do it the way we normally do it. But
Oh, I could draw the boxes as you're annotating.
okay, sure.
Yeah. Let's do that because that would
Uh,
be sufficient. Right. Let's go.
so as you guys see, we made this huge move up, and this is on the daily. So all these, obviously, these candles are just one day, and we came up here and we're getting rejected up here. I don't know if they could see this or not, but
No. I don't. If they can't, I've just draw the box.
cool.
So
All right, so right down here, we got the support form down here. We got it rejected 3 times, actually 4 times right down here. But it formed a nice support, started to come up. Harrison, if you could just zoom in real quick.
yep. Here, you can remove those blue lines because they're gonna stay.
Yes,
They're
there
gonna,
you go.
yeah, cool.
Awesome. So we'll get some rhythm coming
Yeah,
in.
cool.
So
Let's go.
obviously, guys, this is a range. You see that price made a strong bearish candle, broke the low of the previous, and this candle's starting to come up. Maybe it's forming its top wick, and then it's going to continue to drop. And we got a nice clean move to the left that we're going to that we could match if it breaks that support. But right now, you guys want to see what's going on the lower time frames, like the 4 hour, the 1 hour, where we can maybe grab a move out of this range. But on the higher time frames, it's just ranging. So let's drop down to the lower. I'll clear this.
Yeah, I would just say as well, if we break below this wick here on the daily, we have some further downside with this clean candle to the left-hand side. And this price is 136.540. So yeah, let's drop down to the 4 hour. I can break down the 4 hour time frame for us here. So yeah, so looking at the 4 hour, the most recent price action, what we can see, I know that we're coming into the Sunday, but we're still gonna we could potentially look at it, take a small risk trade potentially. But we do have this area here to the left. It's like a previous support, previous resistance, and we've rejected here again, right? We can see here before the weekend, we rejected here again.
Yep.
So potentially, if we're going to gap down, we have some this support area here on the 4 hour time frame. This is our most recent support. It was a previous resistance as well that we can see. That was from a few days before that, prior to that. So potentially now, looking at the 4 hour, if we can start marking up our areas of interest, we can see 4 hour has this clean move coming up to this next area over here. If we measure that range, we can see this is like a 50 pip range. And at the same time, if we can either one, catch this move to this support and break below this support, we can see this is like a liquidity zone, previous support area, resistance area. So we have some, clean further traffic coming down to this area here. We can even bring this down a bit. Like
Exactly.
this. So now we can measure this range. So now we're mapping out our trade ideas on the higher time frame. So now we can see this is like 20 pips. So the buys look a lot better, but essentially we have to be able to look for both setups. Okay, you got the plan for both ways, because you can't control what happens in the market. You can just look at what you've planned to do and execute. So that's what I would look at based on the 4 hour. Stefanos,
So
you can take it
probability.
away with the 1 hour. I'll just make this a bit easier for us.
All right. So the 1 hour is a complete mess. So you guys obviously know, you guys don't even have to be advanced traders to understand the fact that you don't want to be trading in this. 90% of traders lose when you're trading inside of this mess right here. You want price to break this range. You want price to break this support mainly. I mean, my ideal setup is for price to break support and form retest this low down here at 139,600. Fill these wicks. You want price to close below it, or you want price to come down, form a low below support, come down, retest that support. Coming down. You don't have any arrows, do you?
I can draw
Maybe they
like,
could see it. If you're broadcasting this on Zoom, they'll be able to see my annotations.
they should be able to see mine. Well, yeah, they
They
should be able
definitely,
to.
they
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
see
yeah.
yours
It's
on.
just on a Zoom call. Yeah. So we should be able to see that, right?
Yeah, they should be able to. And if they don't, oh well, they're still getting a lot out of it. But anyway, so we want price to break this support, create a low down here, come up, retest that support and create a resistance, and then wait for bearish confirmations to then come down. But as you can see to the left, you got a nice clean move to the left that you can mirror. So you might be able to grab a sell, put stop loss above the previous candle that broke out, and have that match the whole move to the left. But vice versa, if this comes up, you want the same thing on the other side. You have a trouble area to the left over here where you are gonna basically want to wait for that high to be formed, come down, retest, and then take that out. But as for sells, you might have a better chance of just getting that impulse entry when price closes below support, and then it just drops.
100%. So I think what we should do is, because it's in this fat off hourly range, and when we're not going to touch it, we might as well just wait for the market open.
Yeah.
Skip
You want
a
to
couple
fast forward?
of
Yeah.
candles here. If you just remove your
Yes.
stuff,
Gotcha.
and then we can begin. Wicked.
Yeah, I hope
So
they could see that. That'd be pretty cool if they do.
mhm.
Be a lot more convenient for us.
Yeah, 100%.
See, you're
So
looking for like the different arrows and the trend lines.
yeah,
It's gonna be
right. I was gonna say, I was also looking at this area here, because on the 1 hour, this move up could have been like a fake out, and this is really our resistance. But I just wanted to see what it looked like on a 30 minutes. So if we go to the 30-minute, we do have this strong resistance here, as well, and it looks like we are breaking up. But at the same time, we do have this area here as well. So maybe the best thing to do is to look for a support to be formed, and then we could take it up. Maybe might tap into, this area up over here. That's what I would be looking for with a small risk. So we'll see. We'll look at it from the 30-minute. And then obviously if you want to jump in or whatever.
Yeah, for me, I want
Stay
another
out.
candle closing. You're talking about buys to retest this wick up here?
Yeah. So on the 30-minute, we've closed above, spreads down now. So let's say we're going to get a small retest. But if we
So
come back
yeah,
in the range, then we should fall back down to this support, but the range is not big enough. So we just have to call
exactly.
it.
This is one of those trades where you're gonna want to wait for that retest and price to close above that resistance before you take a trade, and even before you take a buy on that too. You want price to pass the high of the previous, or at least close bullish in your direction.
So you want to wait for this candle to close, see candle close back in the range.
Yep. So that could be a fake out, and normally with fake outs, I like to take advantage of those and watch price break through the other side. There's a high probability that it does. But with this, it's just too close and it's too much of a mess in here that I would ever want to even take this. Plus this 30-minute candle just closed with no wick to the bottom. And when that happens, there's a high probability that price is going to reverse into the other way because there's no more momentum going bearish.
Right, I was going to say at this point, we can just skip to pre-New York. So that happened during the London. So that move happened. So this was pre-London. So we had this range here from the Asian session. Pre-London started to break up. Candle closed above this resistance here, this high. Got a retest and started to continue up to fill this wick over here. So we've missed that. But
Now,
if we look at the, but now we're looking at for coming into pre-New York volume, we could see another push. So
Harrison, if you could go back to the 30-minute real quick, I just wanted to point something out.
Yeah, let me just do this and then we are good to go.
Cool.
There we go.
All right, guys. So as you guys see over here, you see this move, right? You see this move, and keeps moving.
Sorry, I'm just trying to sort that out.
So you see this move, say this is the live market, you're looking to see how you could have caught this trade. You could have made a ton of money on this trade, but where would you have entered this trade? And there's honestly not many entries that you would have gotten. If anything, you would have entered and you would have to, stop, close 50%. If price broke the other way, there's not many entries that you could have gotten this unless it was like a swing trade and you put stop loss below this candle. But yeah, I just want to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best buys were waiting above this area, and then as long as you kept your stop below the previous candle, so maybe if you tried to get an entry down over here, you could have like, that's not too bad, a 7-pip stop, and then you got like a 15-pip, 16-pip reward. That's what I would have looked for the buys, because essentially, if this was a fake out, you'd want to see a candle close back above this area for the buys to be valid. And it kind of closed at the area, so I would have waited for the next candle to close above, had a wick in our direction, small liquidity wick coming down, came up, filled the wick, created a new high, and then we had a further liquidity being generated for the further push up coming up to fill this wick over here. So, but this is the things like you can't control when the move's going to happen. You just got to understand that you got to stick to your session. So anyway, moving on, I think that we should potentially start looking for buys, above this sort of previous support, or even now that we're coming into this hourly range here, you could even say, okay, well, we might range here now until we get another push coming into pre-New York, which takes us up, breaks above this area, and then we have this clean candle here to the left-hand side on the hourly time frame. Okay, so now looking on the 30-minute, it's pretty much what we're saying is, sorry, I'll just clear your
let me get rid of that for you.
Oh, right, sorry. Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I'm looking at too.
Yeah. And then we have this sort of area here. I'm just neaten that up. So potentially we could range here between this previous support, or we could come up, break above this area, and then we have further clean traffic on the 30-minute coming up to this area here. What price is this? 146.40.
That's a nice move.
So we have a couple of ranges to come up. So I have to see. I think firstly we want to see a close above this area here, and then we have the range to fill. We can wait for a support above this area, and then ultimately we'll fill the range, or we could wait for a break above this area here for some further continuation. So let's go ahead and start that. I know me and you, we think quite similar anyway.
So this could be a possible trade, but I'm not going to take it. I want price to close above that resistance, and that's why we don't take it, because now it's starting to come down. But Yeah, just like Harrison said, you want price to close above that resistance for you to take it. But let's see what this candle does.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, with all those wicks to the left, I'm gonna want to wait for a retest on this one, and I'm not gonna be mad if I don't get it. But
Yeah, I mean, if we say we close above this
plus it's Monday.
area, say we close above this area, right? I mean, potentially we could either one, wait for a support, or two, you could expect the volume to continue pushing price up. But right now, it looks like we're rejecting. We've got like 10 minutes for this candle to close. Obviously, not that long on the simulator, but so I think we should just cool. So candle came down. 30-minute candle came down and it
No
closed with
bottom
no
wick.
wick to the bottom. So
Nope.
potentially if we could form a support in this area, we could come up to retest the high.
Would you take that buy?
Depends. I'd maybe want to see like a dip down into this area and then a candle close bullish, and then I could get that anticipation we're going to break this area with more volume coming into the market and continue up to 140, 330. That's what I would want to look at.
Awesome.
I suppose we could check out the 15. 5 minute.
15 looks like the same.
Ooh, 5 minute.
Yeah, you're not gonna do much in the 5 minute. If you guys want to learn how to trade the 5 minute, it would definitely be a better. There's definitely better examples for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, it's just like a mess.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, can you just zoom out real quick? I just want to look at the area to the left again. A couple of people actually took this trade this week, and they sent me their chart for it. And I was telling them that this candle was way too strong of a bearish candle for you to wait for support. And when they bought, they waited for support to be formed, but the buy candle or the support candle, the bullish candle, was so small. And I was telling them, you want to wait for more confirmations to take that buy, but mainly this candle is just so strong for you to take a buy. It came up, retested that resistance, and now it just pushed strong from that resistance and rejected hard. You're going to want to wait for more confirmations for this to be bullish before starts pushing down again.
Yeah, I
Looks
mean,
like it's about to flip.
yeah, I mean the best outcome would be buys above 140, 200, because then we have this clean range to fill, which is 15 pips. So right now, this could just be a pullback for some more volume coming into the market. So we've got like a couple of hours before NY open. So we could consolidate, do a retracement, and then continue moving up. So I'm only going to be looking for really something above this area, depending how deep we come down. But if we do close bullish here, you could expect the volume to come up. So I'll see how this candle closes and then I'll decide.
Cool. I think we could be heading down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, look, if this candle closes bearish, then there's no buys.
There it is.
But this candle had no wick to the bottom, so I'd been very wary of taking sells. So 30-minute candle closed bearish. Oh,
yep.
Closed bearish, but it closed a weak bearish. So yeah,
Very weak.
I mean,
this is where the 15-minute and the 5 come in. I normally just look at the 5 minute just for entries, but let's not even really worry about that today. These are very weak 15-minute candles, those two. But regardless, you just don't want to be trading in here. First of all, there's not that much volume. How big is this range?
This range here is 15 pips.
15 pips. Yeah, it's normally on GJ that's like a 25 pip range.
Mm-hmm. So next 30-minute candle closing. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's dropping. So
So
this is a whole fake out.
Yeah, this is a huge fake out. Oh, I wonder if it was the low impact news, but I highly doubt it.
What was it? Yeah, it doesn't look like any news.
Yeah, there was low impact news, but I don't see how that would affect it. So yeah, if this moves to fake out, then we should fall to support.
Sounds good.
Fall to support. Looking at the 1 hour, Yeah, the 1 hour rejected that previous area that you were talking about here on the 1 hour time frame. It
Exactly.
rejected that area and it's coming down. So I think we should fill this range here. And in fact, if we start breaking below, I mean,
Just doesn't want to come out of there.
yeah, look at the 4 hour. In all fairness,
That's a fake out right there.
yeah, I mean,
It's
in all
nice.
fairness, the 4 hour, um, it did close above this area here, but I mean, if the 4 hour comes down and breaks the low, then I
Yep,
feel we're heading down.
that's what I'm thinking.
I think that could be a really good trade idea.
And I
But
think this
I think,
simulation is what's up.
go on, go on, go on.
I was saying I feel like this simulation is perfect for you guys understanding like how patient you have to be in the market. Like I mean, it is only Monday open, but we're just obviously we're just explaining things to you. But you guys want to stay patient and wait for your setup. Like these are two moves that we could have caught, but where's the stop loss going to be? Where are we going to secure? Why would we even take this trade? A lot of you guys are probably entering these trades and losing a lot of them. So you just want to stay patient and just wait for your exact setup that you'd like. Maybe you have one or two, maybe three setups that you'd like to enter on. None of these are them, and they're certainly not for me. So that's where patience comes in. You get paid literally just to sit on your ass and wait.
100%. So yeah, this candle closed back in the range. The only thing is, the only way I would take a sell is maybe if it comes up and does a retest around this area, because then I
Yeah,
can get a 10 pip stop loss for a 15 pip reward. But I mean, oh yeah, those were sells.
exactly. But where's the stop loss going to be? That's the only
Nah,
problem. Actually, if you look at the 15-minute,
stop loss was 12 pips,
definitely not. Yeah, see, that's
and the 15-minute was 11.
maybe you see that retest and the resistance
I
formed on the
think we should.
5.
I think we
But
should wait for this candle to close. I think if we
yeah,
get a minor resistance formed here, then we could get a very good confirmation for a sell.
exactly.
It has come up and done a full retest here. So I mean, if this candle closes bearish, then we have a place to place our stop loss for the next one to fill the wick and continue down. Oh.
Honestly, this is such a freaky range right here that I wouldn't even want to. I wouldn't even want to be in it.
I tell you what, I don't even do this, but I was testing something out on the 15-minute, right? That I've been looking at this week. I
Stop
want
loss
to
at
test this out. I'm gonna do
1.45.
1%. If it breaks the low of the 15-minute with my stop loss above this area here for a continuation coming down, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll take
Cool.
we'll just reduce it to 1.5. Expecting the volume to push price further down, right? Because with this bullish candle, it closed back below this area, so we could come down, fill this wick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let me
Wait,
see.
can you guys see me right now? Can they see the video?
Oh no, do you want me to pull you up?
It doesn't matter. I just thought it was funny because I'm drinking wine.
There you go. I pulled you up now.
So
So yeah,
guys,
that's what I'm gonna do, but only
so
if it
cool.
comes down
Yeah.
and breaks the low.
So yeah, Monday, lower risk. I see what you're doing. I definitely see what you're doing. Me, I'm honestly going to play devil's advocate. I like this bullish candle right there. I think it's just creating a bottom wick, and now it's going to flip bullish. But I see what you're seeing on the higher time frames. I see this
Mm.
fake out. And look, now it's about to pass the high of that candle. I've seen this before. Um, Again, this is Monday, and this might be a crazy week in November. Was November 4th. I mean, maybe people are taking off of trading, but look where price is. Like, it's all over the place. And this is just some of the stuff that you want to stay out of if you're just starting out as a trader. If you're Harrison and you've been trading for a little bit and you see what you like and you like what you see, enter on a lower risk, and that's exactly what he's showing you. He's lowering his risk to 1.5, knowing that maybe he could lose it. I'm glad you didn't take it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even get the confirmation anyway, so
Exactly,
that's
and
the main
that's a
thing. Like I
great
said,
lesson for them too.
yeah, and I've set the precondition. I would only take it if it does X, and
Huge.
I stuck to that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
I didn't get that FOMO of, oh, we're nearly gonna break it. I'm gonna enter now. I'm just gonna get in early. That's just gonna, because look, now you would have got screwed.
Exactly. Look at this price action.
Yeah, I mean,
There was a trade last weekend, GJ, that price was coming down to retest the low. I'm waiting to enter the impulse entry, and it gets right up to the bottom of that candle, and it never passes it. And I never entered it, and price just completely reversed the opposite way. So even though you think price is about to pass the bottom of that previous candle, just wait till it actually does before you enter.
I was gonna say, the fact that we're closing back above this area, I wasn't going to take the buy now because obviously I just saw it went bullish, but I was going to say, if I can get like a retest of this area, I'll stop below the previous candle for a continuation pushing up to retest the high.
I like it.
So, because it looks like we're generating, so this is my analysis, right? This is what I would say. So if this is our area here to the left-hand side, obviously we closed above, we had this push up, right? And then we rejected here, and we did a fake out on the 30-minute. Fine. But then as we've come down here, we've also rejected this area where we've obviously came down to grab some more liquidity as prices coming up to, more times of volume. This could be the indication that we're going to push further up, retest the high, or we could come further up, create a support, and then we head up to fill this range. And then maybe NYSE could push us further, or we're not going to get up here till maybe tomorrow. But we'll have to see, right?
Yep.
That's what I would say.
Exactly.
So, yeah, if we come and do that retest, I think,
yeah, I had a feeling it was going to fill that wick. I thought it was going to retest too.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes down, that'd be nice.
This price action, there's no entries for you, like no proper entries that you could possibly get, unless we're looking at the 15-minute. But in this scenario, you don't want to be trading on the 15-minute. Not when price is doing this.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I don't have any FOMO from that, because where am I going to put my stop loss? I know I'm trading smart and I'm waiting smart before entering something like that. These guys probably just want to see us take a trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, as it gets closer to the candle close, we'll start to skip, see how it closes, because ultimately we want to see how it closes on the higher time frames.
And listen, everybody trades differently, and everybody has their different strengths and weaknesses. I think this is a bigger lesson to some of you than if we were just taking trades and if they were like perfect setups. The fact that you guys see us sitting here waiting for our setup and knowing that, like, all right, there's all this price action happening all over the place and we're not entering and not grabbing any of these pips, I think you guys see like why we're not and how it's smart not to jump into those. I know a lot of you guys have that issue, so it's good for you guys to see this. Now this, look at that. I was just gonna say, look at the 15-minute, but you don't want to be in that.
No, 15
honestly, we
minutes
could skip through this session if you want.
Yeah, I'll just, as it comes to a close, we'll just skip. We can see, because I think if we come above this area, we should be good. We haven't had, we got an hour till MY open.
Sure. Oh, did you do New York close?
No, I don't think so. I did whatever I have a preset on it.
Yeah, it's either like GMT or something like that, or New York
mine's
close.
GMT.
Okay.
I'll tell you. So this is like, so this is now 30 minutes. Oh, before MY
30 minutes.
open.
Oh, okay. So 1300 for me is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Right. Okay.
Which is 2 hours before the open.
Wow, that was a drop.
Yep. Any news or no?
I don't think so. Maybe this is one of those Brexit things.
Yeah. Was this last year?
No, I'm just thinking it might be one of those Brexit announcements, because that was looking good to actually continue bullish. We had another support formed after rejection. I mean, why the hell did it just drop like that?
Strange.
Yeah, I think it's
No,
messing
not
around
any.
today.
Very, very advanced trade, guys, would be seeing this strong bearish candle push down, placing your stop loss right up here, right above it, and entry as price broke the low of that candle to retest this wick down here. But that's like, you gotta be trading for years or something. You gotta have balls of steel to jump into that, because this is just dirty price action. And I don't know how many times I could say it, but you don't want to be in that.
No, I think we should skip this out because this is. I think the only sell we could take is maybe once we break below this support, because clearly we're reacting to this price level since the day started. So potentially we could ignore this and continue moving down. Looks like the 1 hour is ranging here as well.
Yeah, I want no part of this. Do
Yeah,
you want to do Asian too?
no, we
just
could
do
just
New
skip.
York?
We could just do straight New York.
Okay, cool.
Keeps it simple, doesn't it?
And then you could title it New York Streams.
Yeah. There we go. Oh wow. Okay, GJ is just on some crazy.
GJ is pissed off today.
Yeah, that was a 4-hour break and retest, but I mean, see, looking at the 4-hour, right? We look at candles all the same time frames. If it breaks the high of the previous 4-hour, it has that clean traffic.
All right.
Looking at the 1 hour.
GJ right now is Billy the Kid, just looking to take your money right now. Driving
Yeah,
the
this
bank.
is coming up to London close anyway. Probably gonna range.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
look at that. How are you gonna catch any of that?
and then it comes down and does that clean move to support. Makes no sense. Right, let's go ahead, get to the next. New York. Oh, Asian was a nice session.
And a nice entry right down there.
Yeah, screw it. So we just had London Open. Oh, wow. Now it's come up. I bet it's done that for. Yeah. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. So this is like, I don't know, an hour after London Open. Should we go one more? Or one more? Okay. Yeah. So this is now coming into pre-New York. So I think we should go back to the daily. So yeah, looking at the daily, if it's going to continue moving up, it should come up to this area here, right? That you spoke about, this resistance around 141, 100. Looking at the 4-hour, it's on its way bullish here, and it should come up, fill this wick over here, and push further up to this area. So we still got maybe like another 20 pips. Looking at the 1 hour. Oh, 1 hour is a break and retest.
It's nice. Maybe
we could get in on like a pullback on the 30-minute.
We could. Look at the 15-minute real quick.
Yeah,
got a nice move to the left.
I'm just gonna clone these two zones.
Oh, that's the. Oof.
How do you? Oh yeah.
30-minute looks disgusting.
Right.
That would have been a nice buy, impulse entry. But is it even our session? Was that even our session? What time is it?
No, that was just before our session.
Yeah, temperature dropped in the U.S. Got chilly.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's down in like the 60s now.
Okay. So yeah, looking on the 30-minute, I think as long as if we can get a close above this area here, then we have that further traffic, which is like 25 pips.
Exactly.
So
that's the range you guys want.
Yeah, 100%. So let's check this. Let's kickstart this now. Let's try and get get a nice trade here. But
I like
but
that
what
bullish
we are
candle.
showing, here though is that we're not willing to just jump in for the sake of things. It was just a Monday, now it's Tuesday.
Yep. And I think we could both say when we first started, we'd probably be trying to take some of these.
Mm.
Actually, this is so messy, I don't even think I would have.
No. I think the only good trade was the break of the high, but I'd like it
Yes,
if this candle closes above. Like something like this would be a nice to start looking for further pushes up.
of course.
So let's
But
go
with
ahead
price
and
action
let
like
this.
this, I would want to wait for a retest.
Oh, nice. So now we have a candle closing above this area. So for me, I would look at measuring this range here. This I can get a 10 pip stop loss around this area. So that's what I want to be risking around that. That's what I look at. So potentially I could take a sell. Let's use because it's a
No?
Tuesday. What's that? A buy, sir, a buy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yeah. No, you corrected me. You're right.
Honestly, Harrison, if I could just jump in, this
Mm,
wick right here, honestly, oh, this is online. This wick is kind of bothering me. The fact that this is a bottom wick and it's pretty long compared to the top wick up here. So for this, it wouldn't necessarily be an impulse entry for me. I would want to wait for the retest on this one. Wait for price to come down here and form some bullish confirmations where price is going to end up coming up and showing you some bullish confirmations. This could be like our first entry, and then the next one, if it does retest. But yeah, this might play out pretty nicely.
yeah, man. No, do you know what? For me, like I just this is like this is the way I sort of trade. So what I look at is if it doesn't pop up the first time and it closes bearish, I'll take some risk off. If it closes bullish, I get the extra confirmation. I can add to my position. So I'm always never going to look to take a full loss unless this candle comes straight down, hits my stop loss without warning. But that's a very rare occasion, and that's why I like to keep the risk at 10 pips. So then I know I'm securing profits at 10 pips and I'm letting runners run. So that's for me, just my reasoning behind that. So we me and Stefanos, we don't do things exactly the same. And that's what makes us individuals at the end of the day. And if I was to lose this trade right now, it would make no difference. I would still take this again because that's the way that I trade, and Stefanos is going to trade the way that he trades. So I'm just going to kickstart this, mate.
Awesome.
So coming up, broke the high.
Nice. Broke the high.
Oh, we're up
Nice.
7 pips.
Good shit.
Oh, we're pulling back.
That was at 7 pips.
Yeah, it hit 7 pips and then it pulled back.
So obviously we're fast forwarding this a little bit. If you guys do this, we've said this on other videos, you guys want to back test in real time so that you understand what it feels like to be in the market, and you understand what's really going on as far as having the emotions running through your head and seeing where price is going. Candles are moving slowly. Am I going to secure here? Am I going to move my stop loss up? It adds a whole nother dimension. It's a simulator for a reason. That's why it's called that. So that you can really simulate what it's like to be in a live session.
Right. So just for me now, so the candle closed bullish, right? It's closed in my direction. So what I'm going to want to do to reduce my risk is I'm going to want to bring my stop loss now below the previous 30-minute candle. That's what I'm going to want to do. So essentially now we're expecting price to respect the low of the previous candle and continue moving up to 146.30. That's what I'm looking at, because right now, look, we've already pushed up 7 pips in profit. The candle's closed with us. I'm not going to be wanting to take a loss, so I'm going to want to reduce my risk. If the candle closes bearish but doesn't hit my stop, I'm still going to take some off the position, and then look to add entries based on new confirmations.
Exactly.
And if you're a person who uses, like, say, dynamic risk, you could be looking to maybe add positions. Oh, wow. That drop. Oh, damn. Okay. Just like that.
That's all right.
But I reduced the risk, right? So look, I only lost 0.5%. And what did I risk at the start? 2%.
Exactly.
So look, and that's just obviously some form of liquidity grab, and we can't control that. But what we can control is the risk. So now, if I look for a second entry, because I know I've just been stopped out, I look at the hourly. I'm like, okay, well, this could just be a deeper grab. 30 minutes coming back up now. I can maybe say, all right, wait for this candle to close, and then we'll so now the candle closed bearish. So
I think it might do a classic like retest right now. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
well, I was gonna.
Oh, yes, just what I was talking about before, where you want to back test in real time and you want to understand what it's like to really simulate a session. If Harrison was and we were doing this in real time, you probably would have secured a little bit more too, or you would have cut losses a little bit sooner before it hit your stop loss again.
Yeah, to be honest, if I
But
was
it moved quick.
yeah, to be honest with you, if I was in the live session, I'm just doing this because I don't want to like be, over. But if I was in the live session and I was up 8 pips and it came back to my entry, I'd be looking to take something off, just like to reduce the risk. So, but for this purposes, that educational purposes sake, I just want to show you how I went from 2% risk to 0.5% risk, and now if I get an extra confirmation, I'll be looking at having a 1.5% increase on the day, right? So that's what you got to think about, reducing the risk. You can't control what's going to happen.
Exactly. Harrison, what time is this right now?
So this is 1 hour. So about to close when it turns 12, 1 hour before MY open. So I was looking at.
This is 6:45 or 7:45.
When's MY open? 7.
8.
8. Then this would be 6:45.
So okay, 6:45. Perfect.
Yeah. So what I would be looking at, if we came up and broke the high of this previous candle, then we could potentially have a re-entry for a continuation. That would be my second. Or if we get a support formed at this area for a continuation, that's going to be my confirmation now. I've tried the break. I've tried the candle closing above this area. It's made a high. It's pulling back right now. So now you have to wait for further confirmations, and that's going to be candles closing back in your direction. You can't take a buy now because the candle closed bearish, right? Can't take a buy now. So
for me, also this candle, if this candle closes bearish, I'm waiting for the next candle to pass the high of this candle instead of this one. Because if this candle passes the high of that one, all right, what are you gonna put your stop loss down here? For me, that's just like too much for a take profit up here. I'd rather just wait for a classic support to be formed and for me to take this up. And if I miss it again, I'm perfectly okay with it.
right. So
Did you want to pause this and jump in?
well, I was thinking it's got 7 minutes left. I might as well wait for the candle to close because it's not gonna pop, that much.
If you guys are in a trade, sorry about that.
Go on.
I was gonna say if you guys are in a trade right before the hour is about to close, consider securing some because you're gonna have the 1 hour coming and you're gonna have the 1 hour
Just as I said,
forming its bottom wick. Yeah, that would have been nice. What, you would have put the stop loss below that wick?
Yeah, man, that's exactly what I was thinking. But then I just thought, you know what? I'll just wait for the candle to close.
I thought you were gonna enter that, but
I could have secured. Oh well, man, that doesn't matter. Oh, but if this candle closes, then we got a nice wick to fill.
Yeah.
So, boom, nice. So now we do have a bullish candle closing in our direction. So let's just assume we could take a buy now, keeping our stop loss below the previous candle. So we may want to just, I think it'll be all right. I won't let it take a fall. So I'm going to watch it on the 15-minute. Try and reduce, where is it? We want, there we go. So hopefully it's just doing like a liquidity grab. and
I'm
then
so not used to that candle moving so quick.
nah, I bet you're thinking, oh, GJ's moving volatile.
Oh yeah. This is what it looks like when news comes out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if I have a 15-minute candle close against me, then I'll probably take some risk off. But it's going bullish and it's come down. Right, candles closed bearish, so I'm probably gonna want to take something off the trade, right? Because we don't want to take an two big losses. You want to always seek to
First part.
reduce the risk.
For me, I would close 50, and then obviously we trade a little bit differently, so it's okay.
Yeah, I close.
Yeah, that's normally what I would do too. And then I would just let the rest run. Like there's a lot of people will close 50 and then it'll go bearish a little bit more and then they'll just close the full thing and then it'll end up going in their direction. So there's no point of just closing half if you're gonna end up doing that. I always just close half and let the rest run, keep my stops at the original spot. And then when it starts moving in your direction, sometimes I don't even secure for like 10, 20 pips because I'm not making as much as I normally do unless I do re-enter. But there was a trade that's on my Instagram, one of them I think last week or the week before, where I just like didn't secure because I did end up closing 50 and leaving the rest just run, and it ended up going like 20 or 30 pips, and that's when I finally secured. And I just moved stops to break even, let it run. Ended up getting stopped out of break even.
Yeah, so I was gonna say at this point, I'm just gonna close full positions as it's come down. It's broke the low of the previous 15-minute candle, so I don't want it to come down and hit my stop loss. So I think at this point, I'm just gonna close full position. I've been testing that out, reducing the risk on the 15-minute, and it seems to work pretty well.
Cool.
But that's fine because I still set out to risk 4% now for the day, and I'm only down 1.47%. So, so now one win and I'm back. I've made the loss, and then 2 wins and we're in profit. Well, 1 win and we're in profit because this.
Now I'm looking at this right here. This candle closed a no wick to the bottom. It is pushing bearish, but it could be just forming a bearish wick. And if this closes bullish, I'm going to wait for a little bit more. Actually, you know what? Yeah, looking at the higher time frames, I don't like that. This is a strong resistance right here. Strong rejection at 140, 485. And then it came up to here, 140, 570. Yeah, it's pushing down. This is too strong of a bearish candle for this to now start coming up. And I think this is the trade we were looking at before, and I was saying the same thing. It already came down to retest and come up here and form that high. It's not going to like print this candle right here. Let me just delete all these. It's not going to print this candle right here and just start going up again. This is too bearish of a candle, too strong of a candle for price to form support and start coming up. I'm just thinking out loud right now.
Yeah, bro. No, it's all good. I think we should just wait for this candle to close and then see what happens. Just adding a little post to the story. Wicked. So we had a candle close bullish. I mean, did I take 2 trades in this session?
You took 2, yes.
Yeah, okay. Then I'm done. I'm done for the day.
Done for the day?
Tomorrow.
Done for the session?
Yep. No, it's in this MY, like this thing. So if you're gonna, I'll wait for now.
I would enter right here, honestly. Yeah, if you could pause it, I'll take my trade.
Sorry, I'll go back. No, let me start that again because obviously I know what you would want to go for. So you tell me when you want me to press buy.
Let's try this out.
What risk do you want, mate?
So we're gonna go. Was it 2% right now? We already took. Go to 1.5 and enter right now with stops below this candle.
Oh, 500.
Make it a little bit wider of a stop loss, just a little bit wider. No, not that candle. This candle right here, right here.
Oh, this candle here, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, shall I go like 8 pips?
I'm
7.5.
gonna disregard what I said before about that candle. I think. Wait, go to the higher time frames real quick.
Okay. 4 hour.
Yeah. So risky. You know what? Just do it.
What, TP up here?
Yeah, TP up there. I think it's gonna retest that high. Once it gets up to 145, 515, I would secure 80%.
You just tell me when you want to secure and I'll pause it.
Okay. That did not sound like fireworks. All right. So once it retests that high, guys, every time price comes up to a significant level that I'm looking for it to retest, I always secure it, no matter if it's 10 pips, whatever, because I always secure at 10 pips. But if it's, retesting a level at 5 or 6 pips, I'll secure 80% there. But I won't move stops yet until it does reach 10 pips. That's just, everyone trades differently. That's just the way I trade. Now, the fact that it came back to the entry, I don't like. If you could pause it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so close 50%. Okay, let it run.
Mm-hmm. Do you want me to bring your stop below this current 30-minute as well?
Good call.
So now he's only risking 6 pips on this trade with only 50% open.
This price action is crazy.
Mm.
Don't like it at all. Yeah. Let's go flip bullish.
Oh, some crazy stuff.
This does not know what it wants to do. Imagine trading this live.
Yeah, imagine.
Come on, push out.
Gotta shout at it.
Listen,
It'll go the other way.
There we go.
Oh, right. It's got.
Yeah, this is what you don't want to be in. It's a quick lesson.
Oh, nearly got stopped out.
Yeah. Could you move the stop a little bit lower again?
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower where that blue line is.
Sure.
Yeah, just give it some room to breathe. But right here, I might close another half.
50%, yeah?
Yes. Close half it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you got stopped out.
Okay, that's fine. So,
But look,
I mean,
you only lost. You lost.
if you can
Well,
expand
look,
this.
mine was 1.4%. So you only lost 0.4%
Yeah,
compared.
and we risked 1.5%.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. Like me,
See,
so
I
just a
didn't like
third of
this.
what you set out to lose.
Exactly. I didn't like this resistance up here on the higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rookie lesson on me. But we're both confident enough traders that we're going to flip this account positive.
Mm-hmm.
We just need some decent price action.
Yeah, man. So I think we should let this candle close here. Candle close bearish. Close below this support.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I wouldn't, if I was going to take it, I know I'm going to stick to my rule of two. I mean, I would expect price to continue moving down.
Hey, look at the higher time frames. What, I have one more trade during this session?
Well, you have as many trades as you want to take.
Yeah, but I only give myself 2. Yeah, let's take a sell right here.
Well, right here.
Yeah. Stop loss above that candle. Let's see what we can do right here. I like those candles to the left right there. I like that wick to fill. Let's see what we got. I'll tell you when to move the stop loss.
Yeah, I would have been in those cells. 100%.
All right, close half.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Plus,
Cheers.
so it was just off at the next point. I would have closed a little bit earlier. As price came back to the entry. And now I guess we'll just let the rest run.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Spread stopped you out.
That's all good.
Yeah, I think we should call it till the next session here now.
Yeah.
It's on some crazy stuff. Oh, look. See, it went the way he anticipated. It's
all good.
Yeah, it's just one of those.
This is a
Yeah, look at this, man. This is just awful.
Don't want to be on this.
Ah, okay. And that's what it wanted to do. Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Man, we've been going for a while now.
We have, yeah.
Um,
Let's see if we can get positive.
yeah,
We'll
yeah.
look for a setup that we like. And
So
if we don't get
remember what 1.4% is mine. So we'll do it like that.
okay. What okay. We're going to 1100, right?
Oh yeah. Oh well, I would have looked for those buys, but that's all right. So yeah, looking at the daily, because I've been getting up earlier now, so I've been trading from this time here. So my entry would have been as price came up and created this high, when that support was formed. You have this clean candle to the left, so that would be my buys there. But we have this another opportunity here. Just looking on the 30-minute, if we can get a close above this resistance here, then we should continue moving up to retest this area here as well. So if we measure this range, this is like, oh yeah, it's not really a big enough range. It's only like 10 pips. Yeah, this range is not very big.
Not at all.
At this time, looking at the 1 hour.
I don't like this price action at all.
Nah, man.
This would be a very tough week for you guys to trade.
Yeah,
November
I tend to agree.
2019.
Yeah, because you have a lot of areas, you know, like, oh, this is only 6 pips. Yeah, this is no good.
Not a fan of.
It's kind of close bearish, still ranging. I think we should. Oh, okay. So it did close below the support here. But look at this range, man. It's like 6 pips.
I was looking at this. If you go back to where I was looking at stop loss right here. As this candle, this would have been an impulse entry. As this candle came down around this area, right around here, I would have entered a sell with stops right up here to fill this wick and reacting to this resistance up here and start coming down. But yeah, everyone could say, "Oh, I would have done this, would have done that," so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, oh well.
That's just what I was
We'll
thinking.
learn.
Gotta go up to New York tonight.
Oh yeah. Long drive.
Yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Oh, it's coming up over here. Yeah, so we're coming up to MY open, so this could potentially be a pullback for some further downside. But the range is just crap. I think we're gonna have to call it. I think the move was this candle here. That was the move.
Yes.
But we missed it. So next candle closed bullish. Still ranging. The only way I'd look for buys is above this area here, but I mean even the range is like, oh, it's just 9 pips. It's just not good enough. Still ranging here. Oh wow. GJ is crazy. Yeah, so this is like coming up to NYC open now.
Oh yeah. 30-minute. Yeah, wow. See, wait a minute. All right, so if you could pause it up, can you go back a second?
I'll just start from the sec.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So enter as soon as it passes the low of that candle.
I'll just get in the zone now because it already kind of has. Stop loss above, or we'll go
Yep.
previous candle.
Yep. No, go above the current. Go, you know what, halfway. Yeah, right there, perfect.
Let's go.
I think it's going to retest those wicks. But again, this is just nasty price action.
Yeah, I'm going to stay out of it for the minute. Ooh.
All right, close half. Yeah.
It's hit your stop loss.
Yeah.
And now it comes down. We'll see where this candle closes. Oh, yeah. I think you should have had your stop above the previous candle, and then if it closed bullish or came back above this area, then close like say 50%.
Wow. See, that's what I was looking at. You got wicked out.
Yeah. Oh well, man. Just one of those ones.
One of those sessions.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. Well, if you want to call it a day there, because it's coming up to the open close.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. I reckon it's gonna. Oh yeah, look at that, man. I think we just had a bit of an unlucky week or few days.
This is why GJ is so hard to trade. Sometimes it's you definitely, if you guys are just starting out, you want to start out on like a slower moving pair like EJ. You get cleaner moves, cleaner wicks. It's just overall a little bit better, easier of a pair to trade compared to GJ.
Yeah, this was just mess, absolute mess. But yeah, it's just one of those. Like we'll like you guys have seen our other videos, like where we are, profitable, but
Oh
It's just
yeah.
one of those. And we got to remember
And
that
you'll be
we'd only be down like 2% each. But what's that for 3 days, 2 sessions or 3 sessions worth of trading? It's
exactly.
not, I personally make that back in one session. So it's one of those. So yeah, wicked. We'll call it a session there.
Cool.
And yeah, thanks Stefanos for coming on.
Of course. I hope you guys learned a lot,
Yeah,
especially
man.
about patience. So, some of those trades, I guess we weren't patient enough. But
Hmm.
you learn that, like, when you see stuff that you don't like, just don't enter it.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah.